Hello, everyone. It's William here. How are y'all doing today? It is Friday. I don't know what that means for us. I know for some of you out there, that means the end of the week and this beginning of a weekend. We don't really have a weekend, but it does mean that some things slow down a little bit. So that's nice. It's nice to slow down a little bit. It's nice to catch our breath a little bit. Sorry, I'm still getting things a little bit organized here. Had some issues getting Instagram up and running. Hopefully we will stay not doing this today. So we'll see how that goes. Susie's here. Hello, Susie. Kimberly is here, says, we'll be listening in. I'm taking my dad to dinner for his birthday. Well, take your dad to dinner. Yeah, you don't have to listen in. You're enjoying time with your dad, but we appreciate it no matter what. Whether you do a rewatch or listen in, whatever you want to do. I know my mom would kind of be like that too. If we just hung out and listened to something, she would be fine with that. So whatever works for you, we appreciate it. But enjoy time with your dad. Enjoy time with your dad. Family is very important. Whatever family we have, right? Whether it's family we make or family we're born with, whatever we decide to go with in the world, it's important to have. So how is everyone out there? How are you all doing? I'm roasting. Let me just tell you, like I even look flushed. I know I'm still a little bit sunburned, but I'm flushed. I was running outside trying to find cables for the iPad, trying to get things together, trying to get things, and then it wouldn't come up. It's been something. Today though was a good day. It was a pretty nice, peaceful day at the store, which was kind of nice. I got some things done. I got my pottery in the online store. So if you've been waiting for my new pottery to hit the online store, it is there. I've sold a number of pieces already today. So thank you if you're out there watching. For those of you who grabbed some of those, I really do appreciate it. It not only helps me continue taking classes, but it gives me that, it's always nice when somebody appreciates your work and wants it. Without people wanting my work, I would have a heck of a lot of pottery piling up, or I may have just given up on it. I do like doing it, but it gives me that incentive to keep doing it, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm so thankful for people who actually enjoy the things I do. It seems so weird to me, but it's very odd to me. I didn't grow up in an artistic household, and in life, I was kind of raised that in order to have a job, in order to make money, you worked for someone doing something, right? Whatever that was, something that they needed to have done. And to me, it's a very kind of weird, bizarre thing that I can create something from nothing, create a pot, create a vessel, create something from a lump of clay, which is pretty much nothing, and do some stuff on it that I like to do, and that some other people will give me money for it. It's just such a weird feeling. So thank you for all of you out there who do appreciate what I make. And enable me to continue doing what I'm enjoying doing. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Norma is here as well. Hello, Norma. Yeah, so today at the store, I put some pottery in the online store. So that's there. I put it right at the top of the home page a little later in the day. And so that is out. If you'd like to take a look at what's available, please do so. What else? I did a lot of packing at the store, so that's good. I'm organizing more and more boxes of stuff to go out, which is awesome. I have what else did I do? I talked with a bunch of kids today. Kids coming in from probably anywhere from like 8 years old up until in their teens. Were coming into the store today. I had the door open because it was so nice. So I just had the door open and kids were like looking in and they're like, can we come in? They're very polite in our neighborhood, which is really nice to see. All the kids are very polite. Like the doors open, but before they come in, they ask if they're allowed to come in the store. And of course, I'm like, yes, of course, come in. It's for you. It's for the neighborhood. But it's always great to answer questions. And kids are asking, where's this from? Where's this from? They always want to know where things are from, how they're made. And it's really great to see their curiosity and to be able to talk with them about things. And I hope they appreciate it. I always try and you know, we've never had kids. And so I tend to relate to kids as adults, because I think when I was a kid, I preferred that. When the adults were around, I preferred to have adult conversation, what I thought I was having an adult conversation, right? So I always try and talk to the kids like they're an equal. And I think that's really important, especially at a younger age, to feel like somebody sees you and somebody thinks of you in that way. And so that's what, that was a really good thing today. We had a bunch of kids come in, and it was really nice to see. And I hope it continues. A lot of them were talking about they want to come back. They'd like to make some things. They want to learn some stuff. So I do hope they do. You know, it's always, kids are not always the easiest as far as controlling in a bead store, but they were all very kind, very polite, and very well-mannered. And so that was great. That was great. Hello, Amanda. Thanks for joining us. Marion says, without clay and pottery, cooking would be less variable. That's for sure. That's for sure. I think I mean food would have less variety. Yes. Yes. Well, cooking methods would be less variable probably too. But yes, food would have less variety for sure. For sure. So kids came in. I did that. I put up some reels about some things. I had put up some reels about the Shadow Play creature pins getting ready to be put in the online store, and then I released them. I let you all know, and I think I made a post about it, but I never made a reel about it. So I put a reel up about them being live in the store. So they're in the store now, if you missed that news. And yeah, the rest of the day was spent packing. I went over and talked with the neighbors a little bit. I hadn't caught up with the neighbors in a little while. So I went over to Jada's Jazz Cafe. We also picked up dinner there. We just finished eating. That was another thing I did right before the video here, is we had the mushroom po' boys. So that was nice too. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, lots going on, lots and lots going on. And it was a busy day. It was a beautiful day though. Like I said, I had the door open in the store, didn't have to have the heat up. It was so nice. Sorry, I have an eyelash that I think is poking me in the eye I'm trying to get. So yeah, it was a very nice day. Got to talk with my mom a little bit today. And yeah, overall a good day. Had a nice drive into the store today. It was a beautiful day up over the mountain. Super, super nice. Marianne had pizza, ham and pineapple. Nice, nice. I used to love, we call that like Hawaiian pizza. It's probably not a, I don't know if that's if it's a politically correct term to call it Hawaiian pizza, but ham and pineapple, I used to love that. Used to love that because I love ham and I love pineapple, but I don't eat ham anymore. And I've not found a good replacement fake ham at all. Not at all. We were talking about that a little bit over at the cafe today, because they're talking about trying to add more vegetarian options. And we're talking about all these things we've had vegetarian style, and how some of it's very hard, like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, or they call them chopsteak sandwiches. Very, very difficult, I think. I think Andrews had one somewhere. He said it was amazing, but I've not found that thin sliced steak kind of meat that's a good vegetarian version, or at least commercially available, right? That we can actually get. That and a good, corned beef. I had pastrami in my mind because you can do them with pastrami, but corned beef for Rubens. There is one place near us. Well, not so near us. It's about 45 minutes away, but they did a really good Reuben with some kind of vegetarian corned beef, and it was really good, but I have no idea what it was or what they used or where they got it. And the next time we went to go see them, they were closed. So I hope at some point, if we get down there again to visit, they still have that on the menu, because I want to find out what they're using. Marion says it is called Hawaiian. Okay, I didn't know if that was a, if that was a thing people still say or not. Marion says we have a vegetarian ham slice, but never tried it, so not sure if it would be good. Yeah, I don't know. Ham is a hard thing, I feel like, to get right. Ham is a hard thing because it's juicy, it's salty. When you cut that thick piece of ham, it is good, but I don't eat that anymore. Donna says I cooked $1 million spaghetti and it is delicious. What is $1 million spaghetti? I think somebody told us about this before. What's $1 million spaghetti? I can't remember. Norma says I just made French bread pizza with mushrooms, onions, red peppers, and I'm eating it now. Nice. That sounds delicious. People are eating pizza today. It's a pizza night, apparently. Yeah. Let's see. Norma says people find pineapple on pizza polarizing, but I love Hawaiian pizza. Yeah, it's always that thing. People are like, pineapple or no pineapple. It's like you can divide your friend group on that, but I'm definitely for pineapple on pizza. Andrew is not so much a fan of it, I think, because we don't get it very often. But every once in a while I do half because I love it. But yeah, it is one of those things that generally you're not like, it's okay. It's one of those things like cilantro. You either love it or you don't. So that's one of those things, right? Let's see here. Amanda says, I love all pizza. I love a lot of pizza. I'm not a fan so much of certain things. Green olives, never. Black olives, I'm getting better with. I don't like them on my pizza, but I tolerate them on a pizza. If they're there, I've learned to eat them because they're so much a pain to pick off because they usually get under the cheese, the little rings of olives. So I've learned to tolerate them and be okay with them. I do not choose them if I have the option. But other than that, I like, as long as they're vegetarian options, I'm pretty okay with most things on a pizza. Marianne says pizza is traditional in Alberta on Friday. Nice. Okay. Donna says it's spaghetti noodles, marinara sauce, and Italian sausage cooked and mixed together with a layer of Parmesan and ricotta cheese and oregano and gali. Don't know what that is. Gali. Is that a typo or is that a real thing that I don't know about? It pretty much sounds kind of like a lasagna then, just with noodles. Pretty much lasagna with noodles because I put ricotta and Parmesan in my lasagna and marinara. And if I did sausage, that would have gone in my lasagna too. Oregano, yes. I would have just added some spinach in there and some mushrooms as well. Amanda says, I made burrito bowls yesterday and had enough for me again tonight. I got ingredients for the kids to make pizza pie today. Oh, that's right, too. It is pie day, which makes sense for people eating pizza then. But they opted to make themselves tortellini instead. Ooh, tortellini. I do like a tortellini. Marian says, I would also tolerate black olives on pizza. Yeah, it's just just tolerate. Don't choose them. It's not something I want, but we'll do it. Donna says it's a casserole with a cheese layer in the middle. Yeah, yeah, a typo. This is, whoops. Yes, it is like lasagna plus some oregano is some I dried last year. Nice. Your own oregano. That's awesome. Norma says, yes, it's pie day. Pizza or dessert pie? I should have gotten some pie on the way home, but I did not. I was rushing to get back because I went and picked up food and it delayed me a little bit and I had to get back here because Andrew's been working here at the cottage all day and he's working on some things, but I don't know if they're going to be ready for the live. So I needed to pull some things for the live after I got home. So I knew I had to kind of rush home. So I didn't pick up any pie, but I should have. I should have. Happy Pie Day, everybody. 3.14159265358 I think. Vicky says, Mimi, my former cat, loved black olives on pizza. If I ordered one, she would sit on the pizza box and swat at us if we tried to take any. That's cute. Yeah, I feel like one of our cats liked olives. Which one was chasing them around trying to eat them? And I don't know, I think I didn't give them any because I wasn't sure. I didn't look it up to see if olives are safe for cats. Yeah, I feel like one of ours was going a little bit wild, like getting her nose up in there. One of the girls getting her nose up in there to get the olives that were on the pizza the one time. Let's see here. They put butter and cheese on. They didn't want sausage. Butter and cheese tortellini. That sounds good. Donna says, I'm using mint I dried in my tea. Plus I have some rosemary too I dried I haven't used. Nice. That's awesome. We tried to grow herbs. They don't always seem to do very well for us. I don't know why. Probably just not quite the right place for them all, but we've tried multiple times. We had a sage bush that went wild, and then we transplanted it somewhere else, and I don't know that it ever actually came back, which is sad because it loved where it was at one point, but it was like in the middle of the yard because we used to have our old garden there. Not in the middle of the yard, it's off to the side, but it's in the middle of a green grass space now because we used to have a garden there and the soil was so rich because we kept pumping it up with good stuff. We would compost into it and add new dirt, and it's the richest part of the lawn right now. It goes green like and grows like crazy, but the sagebush was there and we didn't want it standing in the middle of the yard anymore, and so we moved it, and then it didn't do so well where we moved it to. Now there's a fennel bush that pops up in the same spot every year, and I try to collect the fennel seeds at the end of the season. But we don't use it much other than that because Andrew's not a big licorice fan or the anise flavor. So we have some of them. We collect the seeds, but we don't do much else with it. Marion says 3.14 is close enough for me, right? Norma says, I had a cat who loved green olives. She would bite at my fingers after I handled them. Donna loves black olives. Donna says, mine are all in pots on the back porch. I've tried to grow sage and I couldn't grow it. Yeah, that's the one that did really well. We have some lavender in our various different places in our flower beds and just can't get it to do much. Like you see these places, these huge lavender things. Every time we plant lavender somewhere, it just ends up dying. Or coming back, but like just hanging on to life, barely. I feel bad for it, but it's still there. We've still got some, and it's still pushing out. But lavender is one that's super difficult for me to grow, for us to grow. So yeah, herbs and stuff, that kind of thing. For some reason, when we were over at the apartment and we had a big garden, my aunt and we tended a garden that was very large. We had a place for herbs, and some of them did really well. Calendula or calendula, however you say it. It did well there, I think. And I'm trying to think if the sage plant we had was actually from there originally too, but some of them really didn't do well. But again, I think it was just some of them need like full sun, some of them need less sun. Sometimes they just get put in the wrong place. Norma says, I like fennel as much as you like green olives. Yeah, I'm taking it you don't like fennel. I like it. I like that anise flavor. I like licorice. I like black licorice. Red licorice isn't real licorice. I like black licorice. I like anise seed stuff. I even have licorice tea. I love that taste, that flavor. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, I know some people really don't. Andrew does not. He does not. He had an episode with black licorice when he was a kid, and ever since that episode, he is not a licorice fan. He's getting a little better about it. He's trying it little by little though, and he can bear it now. But it was not easy. Donna says, yeah, lavender isn't easy to grow either. My rosemary bush, I'm going to have to get another one. It bit the dust during our drought. Oh, that's a sad too. Our rosemary, I feel like, was doing really well at the apartment, but when we brought it over here, not so good. Not so good. Dale says, good evening from work. Hello, Dale. Dominion's asking, is anyone else being affected by the storm? Saying it's scary in the center of the country right now. We are not. We hope that most people are doing well out there. And if it is scary, we hope you are hunkering down and staying safe. Don't worry about the live broadcast when you have to, take cover, please. Marianne says, that's the way I feel about maraschino cherries, that they're terrible or they're not real cherries. Both things. I don't like cherries. I'm trying. I need to try cherries. I need to try a real cherry again. I need to try real cherries. The maraschinos, I've never been a huge fan, but I used to have the pie filling cherries. Like the fake canned pie filling. I used to love those. My one grandmother would make this pie with wonderful icing and those on top. She made homemade icing. She put those cherries on top. It was so good. And I ate so much of it. And then I got the flu that same night. And let's just say the cherries didn't stay in me. And ever since then, I've never been able to eat them. And I've had this fear of trying to eat cherries again. So any cherry, but I love cherry flavored stuff. Like cherry candies. Love them. They're like usually my favorite flavor. So, but I don't think that actually tastes like cherries, right? None of the flavorings generally ever taste like the actual things. Like I don't think grape flavoring tastes like a grape, right? It's its own thing. Bananas, we talked about bananas that are not actually modeled after even the bananas we're using now, but I still don't know if they would actually taste like banana, like that other banana. Maybe lemon and lime maybe taste like it, but it's only because it has that tart, right? That puckering tart taste. Does it really taste like the lemon or the lime? I don't know. Marianne says, Rainer or Bings and pie cherries in pie are okay fresh. Maybe. Dale says, possible winds and rain tomorrow. Nice. Nora says, we're supposed to get it overnight. Well, hopefully everybody is safe and secure. I don't know if I've gotten any. I'm trying to see. Oh, I don't know how to do this over here. Let's see. We still don't see any weather things coming up for us. Come on. My iPad isn't cooperating. Wind gusts up to 33, but that's not even enough to give us apparently any type of warning. So I guess that's what we're doing. We don't have anything coming up. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. Amanda says we're supposed to get rain and thunderstorms tomorrow with flooding. Well, hopefully you're all safe. We'll send good thoughts for everybody not to get flooded out, right? It's going to be okay. We're going to all be okay. Sandra's thinking of getting a Rainier cherry tree for my backyard, she says. Nice. Is a cherry one you definitely have to have two to pollinate? You have to have two cherry trees? Do you know anyone around with another one? We tried to have pears. My sister-in-law, Sheila, got us some pear trees, and unfortunately, two of the three of them passed away. They were actually eaten too much by deer. They survived one survived like 2 years, one survived 1 year. We have one out there that is still trying its best, but we have to plant another one because the pear trees definitely need cross-pollination. Definitely. But it's not going to get it. It's not going to get it if we don't get another one out there, and we got to get it out there soon so they can kind of grow up together with each other. Marion says, a little chilly. It's 17 at the moment. We are at 56 right now. We went up to 72 today. I am loving this weather. It can stay like this all year if it wants to. Angela's here. Hello, my friends. Beautiful here, but alas, the gnats. We got the gnats happening. They say that the gnats and bugs and stuff coming back is actually a good thing, because for many years, I don't know if it was the same for you where you are, but here in Pennsylvania, growing up, we used to have like these little swarms of gnats that you would see, and your windshield during certain parts of the year would get covered in bugs. And for a long time, we didn't have many. And they said that it was something, I don't know if it was with climate, with something, I don't know. But they're saying that the reemergence of insects is actually a good thing, the last I read. So there you go. Consider it good luck that we're having more bugs come around again. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you here today. Hope everyone is doing well. How's the painting going, or the prep for the painting going? Let's see here. Rainier is self-pollinating. That's good. That's good. That's helpful. That's helpful. Angela says tofurkey is pretty good. Tofurkey. I've never actually had it, I don't think. I've never actually had it. I don't think so. We just have always had other things. So, yeah, that's... Anyway, what else is happening? What's everyone doing? You have plans for the weekend? Anybody have any big plans? Anybody going to any concerts, doing anything fun? It's getting St. Patrick's Day weekend, right? Isn't it? Isn't that? When is it? Yeah. Sunday. No, Monday. Monday. What's going on here? Close that up so I can see what day it is. Monday is St. Patrick's Day. So it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. Anybody doing anything fun? Anybody got any plans with friends? Suzanne says dusty, but we're getting it done. Yes. Moving things around, cleaning things up, sometimes tearing things apart and putting them back together causes a lot of dust and debris. But it is nice. There are some things we'd like to be able to paint in our house, but I think of the things we'd have to go through to get there. Not so easy. So I give you all the props for doing that work, because I know what that work would be like if we were going to do it. Sandra's going out to dinner with family for your birthday. Nice. Nice. What day is your... Do I have you in the calendar for your birthday? What day is your actual birthday? I don't think I have you in my calendar. I have to do that. Some people I get in there. Some people pop up through Facebook, and I try and put some of them in there because I'm terrible about looking at the Facebook birthday. I always love it on my birthday because I do get a lot of happy birthdays, and it's so nice, and I know how nice it is. And so I try to do that, you know, as much as I can. I try to look at the birthdays, but I inevitably... It doesn't pop up for me in my notifications, and inevitably I will forget that it is to look. I'll forget to look. I told you I have that thing with whether it's ADHD or what it is, but the kind of time dilation thing where I don't realize how much time has passed. And so I will think, oh, I just looked yesterday at people's birthday and wished everybody happy birthday yesterday. And then I'll finally think to go into the birthdays again on Facebook and check them. And it's like, do you want to say belated birthday to this one? And here's some you may have missed. And it's like a week long. And I'm like, oops. Yeah, that happens. It's Sunday. Nice. Sunday is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Since we won't see you, this is the last time we'll see you before then. So happy birthday. And you'll have to tell us how your birthday celebration goes. Dominion says my AG shipment is supposed to come tomorrow. Hope I can go see family otherwise. Nice. That'll be awesome. Hope you love everything you get. Amanda says, if the heavy rains do come as forecasted, we'll probably need to stay in. Supposed to go out with dinner with the mother-in-law in town. Hopefully we'll be okay. She goes back on Sunday. Nice. Well, hopefully, yes. Hopefully you can spend time in any way you can, right? As long as you get together. As long as you get together, it'll be okay to get along. It'll be okay to stay in, right? Hopefully you do. Let's see here. Marianne says, have a great dinner birthday, Sandra. Dominion says, I've heard that called time blindness, but hyperfocus is probably a factor. I don't think mine's from hyperfocus. Maybe for some people. I don't generally get hyperfocused. I have the exact opposite problem. Whereas maybe I do get hyperfocused, but on anxiety and the possible future, that's more of my hyperfocus, things that could happen, but probably never will. Anyway, yeah, mine's not from any hyperfocus. It would be from just thinking that I did something and then realizing that it wasn't just yesterday. It's like a lapse in memory. My memory goes, there's like a jump between things. Dominion says, I can't see Sandra, but feel free to pass along a happy birthday. You should be able. It's Sweet Pea Gemstone. She is on YouTube, so you should be able to see her. Let's see. Donna says, my birthday is Monday, St. Patrick's Day. Happy birthday, Donna. I'll try and remember to say it again on Monday, but you may not even be here. You may be out doing something for your birthday. So happy birthday now. That's also all of our cats' birthdays, St. Patrick's Day. That was Paolo and Babette's birthday, we were told. They came from my aunt. They were I think, born out in a farm in a barn. And my aunt brought them to us. We picked them out through pictures, and she brought them, and we adopted them. And she told us at their birthday that they were born on St. Patrick's Day. So when the boys came, we didn't have an exact date for them. We knew around what time they were little, so we just adopted that same birthday for them so we could all celebrate at the same time. And then the girls, they are not the same, but they get celebrated on the same day. But we might also do a little mini celebration for the girls on their actual birthday, because we kind of know that, or it can be found. I need to go back and find it, because we always just think of St. Patrick's Day as the birthday for everybody, but I need to actually figure out what day they were born. I did it once and then I forgot to write it down. I know that's terrible, right? I feel like a poor parent assigning them a different birthday, but that's just when we celebrate them, and they get presents and everything, so I don't think they're concerned. Let's see here. Amanda says, happy early birthday, Donna. Lucky day to have a birthday, right? Donna says, thank you. My sister is taking me out to lunch and shopping, so I should be back. All right. Yeah, and then Angela is saying, rosemary grows like a hedge here. I love to smell it. Angela might be watching a little bit behind. Well, they're on Facebook. I don't know how you can watch behind on Facebook. I don't know. And because they're in the Rosemary conversation. That was a little bit ago. Yeah. Donna says, thank you, Amanda. And happy birthday, Donna, from Dominion over on YouTube. Thank you. Marianne says, I figure my two older ones were probably born in June and Tyr was born in May. So we celebrate on May 1st, right? That's sometimes, I'm glad we're not the only ones that do that. Sometimes I feel guilty. Like, I'm that person, I got the anxiety. So sometimes I feel guilty. We're not, like, they're going to be upset we're not celebrating on their actual birthday. But I don't think they care. I think it's probably be more fun to celebrate with each other, right? With everybody else. Let's see here. What else is happening? Anybody else? Anybody else got any news? Any good news? I'd love to hear good news today. It is, like I said, it was a beautiful day. Got to talk with the neighbors. We just chit-chatted. They're coming up with maybe some vegetarian options for the menu. Talking about vegetarian lasagna and some Impossible Burger stuff. I'd love to see what they do. I love their food. I'd love to see what they could do with vegetarian if they really got their hands in it. So Jadas, if you're watching, I'm waiting. But yeah, we had their po' boys today, and it was delicious as usual. And that's I don't have a lot for y'all today other than that. Although that's been about 45 minutes. That's been pretty good. I got to figure out what lot numbers we're using today. I don't think I've ever used up. UP lots. I've never used UP, so we're going to use UP lots today. Whoops, that looks like a V. That's no good. That's going to be the problem probably of the night. UP, up 1. Sandra says, I may go over to Cary tomorrow where they have a makers show I want to do in April. It opens in March. It's the 3rd week every month. Nice. Go over and check it out, see what it's about. That'd be nice. Get your name out there. I think it's important, right? We've been talking about trying to do more shows. We're going to try to do the Pride in Johnstown, I think. I need to talk with the people. But we're planning on hopefully doing Pride in Johnstown this year and getting set up for that. And then we're working with some other people to try and do classes and stuff around Johnstown just to get our name out there and also help other people get their name. You know, it's always, you know, some people have been more, they've been in town longer, in the city longer than we have, and some have not. They're not much older than us. And so being able to share, and when you partner up with people, no matter what, it helps because both people get to advertise. And when you go to a market, you're hoping that they're helping you advertise, and you're hoping that that will draw more people. Their people will come, your people will come, and you'll feed off of each other's energy that way, and you'll get to share customers and supporters and all that good stuff. And, you know, that's like when they invited us at Craftworks in Johnstown to just come over and have an information table there when they were doing their open house, which was very sweet of them. I also helped them, like, I learned their spiel that they say, like when they invite people in and this is what they do. And when they were giving tours and no one was there to talk to people, I would tell them about their place too, as well as talking about what we do. And so I think that's important when you can have a good relationship with people and you all know what each other does. They know that we have beads and we know that they have classes, and it's a good symbiotic relationship. I think it's really great. And so just like Sandra is telling us about this makers market they have, I didn't know they had one there, so now I do. And if I were ever in that area, I would consider going there if I could. So that it's one of those things. It works out, I think, the best when you share the love and share the publicity and get together and do things together, which is good. Donna says, I put some lovely flowers and plant pics on my Facebook page today. Nice. I was barely on Facebook. I shared a number of things to Facebook today, but I mostly was on Instagram. and even TikTok. Yes, I was on TikTok. I was posting for the store on TikTok. So our friend Mandy came in, which is really Charlie's friend, and we met through Charlie. And I've met Mandy before, but Andrew has only met in online. And finally, he met her in person, and we hung out. And she was talking about how TikTok has been really good for her business. She makes stained glass, and she does it all herself. She makes it from scratch. And so I think her partner helps her with some of it, maybe with some of the metal pieces. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look into that. But she was telling us about how even though she doesn't do a lot on TikTok, she mostly just shows the finished product there, and sometimes does some steps, shows some videos of the steps of the work. She gets a lot of people through TikTok to her Etsy. And so I always kind of wrote TikTok off because we were like, well, you got to do the funny dances, you got to do all the, and she's like, I don't do any of that. She's like, I just show the stuff. And I'm like, well, if we can just show the stuff, then maybe I should start working on that a little bit more. So I posted on TikTok today for the first time in quite a while. And I'm going to see if I can keep it up. It's another thing, but if I can keep it up, if I can do it at least once in a while, even if it generates, a few supporters coming over from there, that would be great. And if it does more than that, even better, even better. So that's good. So I worked on that today, but I was not on Facebook that much today, other than sharing through Instagram. I finally got my Instagram to work where it shares from Instagram to Facebook. Finally got them connected right. It was only sharing posts, but it wasn't sharing reels before or stories right. And I finally got everything worked through. And I got that finally worked through on my William Tries Things Instagram and the Allegory Gallery one. So it took a while. The settings weren't where they kept saying they were supposed to be. I had to find different settings, and I finally found them and finally figured out why the one wasn't turned on. And so I got that all figured out, and now everything shares, and I can just do everything in one place mostly. And then when I want to upload to YouTube, then I can do that too, which is great. Sandra says, I post my Instagram video on TikTok. I think that's what I'm probably going to do too. The one I made on TikTok today was made on TikTok because I wanted to try out their editor to see if I liked it better or what. But I think because Instagram, I push it through Instagram Threads and Facebook, all the meta stuff. That's where I usually start things because that's just where our people are right now. And so I think I would start it there and then push it through and share it on TikTok then. So yeah, that's what, more stuff. I can't keep up with everything as it is, but because Mandy was like, because she does something creative and she is a small business and she's doing it mostly herself. And I was like, if she can get some traction on this, maybe we should consider thinking about it. Oh, I worked on the website a little bit more. I've been trying to redesign the website. One moment. Sorry, I need a drink. I've been trying to work on the website. And, we know that a lot of people find our website through this. They find us on Facebook first, or they find us on social media first, and maybe through the lives, and then they go to the website, right? And that's just how I've kind of thought about the website for a very long time, is that people find us because they already know us, and then they go to the website to buy stuff. And maybe that's not how y'all you think of it. Maybe you don't. But that's how I was thinking about it. And then it hit me at one point, and I really thought the opposite way. I'm like, what if people are coming to the website first? What if they're finding us there first? And when they look at the website, are they getting a good picture of who we are? Because I think when you watch these lives, you get a very good picture of who we are, right? We talk here, you get to see us in person, kind of in person. We do a lot of that kind of thing. And so I thought about it, I'm like, but if you go to the website first, there's very little, like we talk about the store a little bit. And like in the William Tries Things category, I talk about myself a little bit, and some of the art things talk about Andrew a little bit, but you don't really get introduced to us in any meaningful way. So I started working on the website, and it is still in the background as a work in progress, because the way Shopify works is you create the site and then you publish the whole thing. Right? So I duplicated our current one, and I'm working on a draft in the background. Before I publish that one, I have to make sure that everything works and everything is right. And it's going to take a while. But that is that. Marian says, speaking of your website, where are your banners? What banners? What banners? I don't know what banners you're talking about. Sandra says, I've gotten a lot of views, but no sales from it. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is that what we've also heard is that TikTok is definitely, Mandy has found, definitely when people are buying from her, it's definitely a younger audience. So we are trying, I'm going to try to aim things on TikTok as far as some of our more fun stuff, some of our pins, some of maybe Andrew's artwork, the things that aren't, you know, on the higher end necessarily, things that younger people would want maybe and could afford maybe. Not that, I mean, there are younger people out there that have more money than me. Believe me, I know. But in general, we're going to try and put some of the more fun stuff out there and the more, you know, lesser expensive things with a little bit of variety in between, of course. Of course. The ones that are usually on top when you are live. Oh, that banner. I was talking about the website. I was like, what website? Oh, that can only go up. There it is. There it is. Thanks. Yeah. Whenever I go vertically, we take that off because it puts it, instead of putting it at the top vertically, it puts it right in the dead center of the picture vertically. And then of course today I forgot to turn it back on because it doesn't just pop up on its own. So thank you. That's the one. I was like, what banner do you mean? I didn't debut the new website with the banners yet. How did you know I was putting banners on the website? Because I am. I'm trying to put a banner on the website. Sandra says, my audience is older, that's maybe why. Yeah, that's what I've been told, and I don't know. I am also assuming that too because of what I have heard from other people on it. So that's why I want to try, like I put a little, I don't know what they call it, a TikTok, is it a reel there? I don't know what they call it there. Anyway, I put a little thing there about the Shadow Play creature pins because I thought that was fun. Young people might like those, right? I would if I was a young person. I like them as my person too. I think they're good for all ages. But I'm trying to think of things that, in my mind, is the older person trying to figure out what the younger people like, pretty much. And probably failing at that, but that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to put there anyway, that I'm trying to put there. Lennis is here. Hello, Lennis. Let's see here. Marianne saying hi to everybody and anyone in the other platforms. Donna says hello, Julie and Jackie. Who is that? I didn't see that come up. They didn't say hi yet. Maybe it just flashed up and said they're there. Well, hello if you're watching. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so that's life today. That's what's been happening. That's what's going on. This weekend is going to be more of that, I hope. Hopefully it's nice here, and I can have the door open again at the store. That would be really nice. but we'll see. If nothing else, hopefully it's at least fairly decent here, and I'll be at the store all weekend making reels and doing social media and more packing and shipping over the weekend to get ready for the week. That's pretty much life, and I love it. It's good. It's good. Things are good. Just trying to keep a very positive outlook on things. Let me see here. Just checking. Okay. Our Instagram froze. So hopefully I'm still going on Instagram. Who knows? Hopefully. But yeah, I have a few lots of stuff tonight that hopefully you'll like. We're going to take a look at. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. How about it? Marianne's working tomorrow and maybe Sunday as well. You got to work the weekend. Work the weekend. All right, let me lower this stand. Let me switch the cameras. There it is. There we go. All right. Go. All right, so I'm going to show you some stuff. If you'd like to purchase any of this stuff, take down the lot number. We're going to do up lots tonight. UP, UP1, UP2. Take that lot number, put it in the subject line or the body of an email. Address that email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's right up here. And hit send. That's all you got to do. First come, first serve. Some of these items we have more than one of. If we do, I'll put the number, I'll put the price here. I'll put the number of them available at that price down here. And that's easy, right? Easy. Marianne has got to support my AG habit somehow. We appreciate the support for sure. For sure. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Let me move some things here out of the way. And let me see how many of these we've got. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. We'll do these at, let's do these at $10 only. $10, 4 of them available. So, UP1. This is hematite, real hematite in cubes. Hematite cubes. These cubes are about 4mm cubes. 4mm cubes. UP1, $10 a strand. 16-inch strands. Marianne says, of course, now wondering if the tariffs duty will get me. Sigh. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with all that either. We buy some things from Canada, and we're also wondering how much of all of this is going to be a bother and a pain. I'm not going to go there, but y'all know how we feel about that, I think. So these are hematite cubes, 4mm, beautiful. If you like having some of that metallic kind of bling in your design, these are great for spacers. These make cool earrings if you pair them even with some pearls. I think they're really cool if you pair them with some pearls. Got that kind of soft with the hard. I love that. So UP1 hematite cubes, 4 strands available, $10 each only. I think that's a really good deal. Normally these would be at least $14 or $16 a strand. I'll them for 10 for y'all. It's Friday. We've been giving good deals, I think, all week, so we're going to keep that up today. Get my cup out here for my backing. UP2. Oh, There, my bag just broke. Oh no. Oh no. Amanda says, since things change by the hour, at one point, if it's under $800, it's in the clear. Well, that's good. That's good to know, because most of our stuff is not that much from there, and we don't send mostly that much stuff across that much to there. But like you said, things are changing quite quickly. And I don't blame your side for any of it. Not one bit of it. She said that's going to the US. And this is, I don't know anymore if that still applies. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. This is, again, some more hematite, but in this beautiful shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 6? 6 hexagonal, but it's like a tapered barrel, but faceted 6 sides. This is a 16-inch strand. I love this shape. Beautiful hematite. And these are approximately about 9.7 millimeters at their widest by 20 long. Hematite UP2, $10 per strand. Only 2 of these available. Only 2 of these left. At one point we had a bunch of these. So there's only 2 left. I love this shape. If you like hematite, you've got a good bit of it tonight, so tonight's the show for you. I don't have a ton, but I have more than I usually put in. Okay. UP3. Let's see here. How many strands of this do I have? Hold on, it's all strung up together. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Gotta cut one off the strand here. Okay. Four of these available. We'll do them at $10 as well. Just making them $10 for this hematite. Marion says the fees for duty charges are more than the actual duty. Fortunately, I've only paid duty a few times. How do you determine whether you pay that or not? I don't understand all of that sometimes. Because like I said, we generally don't have huge shipments coming across, and we don't, when we import things, we don't generally get that. So how does that work for you all? Like when we send things to you, do you pay on them? Do they always flag them? Do they only sometimes flag them? Mary says, I have no idea really. Okay, you know as much as I do then. Yeah, I don't know how that always works, because I've heard that not everyone gets flagged all the time. This is about a 15-inch strand. 15-inch strand of this hematite faceted rounds, and these are about 6 millimeter faceted rounds in hematite. UP3. UP3. Yeah, because I always wonder when I send your packages across, because there's an option for us to prepay the duty, I think. And it's $9.95 US money. And I didn't know if that's something we should offer to people or not. But it seemed like that would be awfully high it's always the same amount. No matter how much I seem to send across, it's always coming up as $9.95. And then they also say that if that doesn't cover it, the people may be responsible for the duty charges anyway. So I'm like, if I'm going to pay this and it's not going to be the right amount, or it's not going to be right, and they're going to charge you more anyway, then I don't know that I should do that or offer that, because I don't know that it's actually, going to where it should go. I would assume that it is, but we have the ability to do that, and if that would help people, I'm happy to, transfer the charge that way if it makes more sense. But I don't know that it does. Marion says, I don't think I have paid duty on AG shipments, and it isn't consistent for other vendors I have used. It's so strange. All right. So here's another one I only have 2 of. And it's these ones. I think these are hexagonal too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 sides on these, but they're the shorter ones. So if you wanted to pair them with UP2, let me show you. If you wanted to pair them with UP2, they're the same kind of look, but one's shorter and one's longer. They look like that together, right? So you could do that if you wanted to. $10 a strand. 2 strands of these available. Lennis is freaked out about our propane, she says. It takes about a month to come from Canada, and they make us pay about $1,000 to get it. Wow. We used to have propane. Our house was heated with propane growing up, but because it was so expensive, I don't think it came from someplace in Canada though, but because it was so expensive, we were not allowed as kids to turn on the thermostat that turned on the propane heater. We had just one heater in the house, because our house was originally meant to be a summer cottage. So it only had one heater, and it was a wall-mounted propane heater. And it was only meant to be used, like in semi-chilly summer evenings, or maybe even a fall evening, but it was not meant to be a winter heater. So my parents they put in a fireplace when they bought the property, and that fireplace over time, the people that helped them do it didn't do it right. So over time, the fireplace actually started to come away from the wall. And so for a long time, we couldn't use the fireplace either. So we mostly grew up using kerosene heaters, the tank-filled ones, and we had 2 or 3 of those throughout the house that helped keep it warm. Our house was kind of like a ranch kind of style, but it was small. It was just originally a small cabin, literally, or cottage house. And so that kept us toasty, and we would always buy kerosene to heat the house. And it was it was good heat, but you did have to refill those kerosene tanks quite often. But it was much more eco-friendly, especially for my mom, being, mostly a single parent and all that. She could easily buy, like a 5-gallon jug worth of kerosene that would last a long time versus buying a whole tank of the expensive propane. Hello, Anna. Says, can't believe I missed the start. I can't believe it either, Anna. Where have you been? I was just thinking about you, and then you showed up. I was just about to ask where Anna is, if anybody knows. I literally was thinking that, and then you showed up. We're just getting started, though, with this. This is UP4. This is hematite. Let me get you the size of these, because I don't think I've done that yet. It's about 8.1 millimeters at the widest. These are a little round, so about 7.5. Not quite round. Anna says, I had propane for 10 years. It's a long time. It's an expensive thing to have, I think. We had propane. There was a propane tank apparently here at the cottage, and because that's how they used their little stove that they had here to heat it. And I'm kind of glad we gave that up, because that would have been a lot. would have been a lot to try to handle. I'm better off. I feel better off just buying the pellets. Okay, this one we had at 18, but because I did this other one at 10, this one's a little bit bigger though. But I'm going to take it to. I'll take it down to 14, and there's only one of these available. Let's see here. Amanda says, we are already having layoffs here. I know 2, though, through other people have been laid off. Oh, that's terrible. Amy says, had a kerosene heater back in the day. The dog would sleep too close to it and obviously singe his hair. Oh, my goodness. I was always worried about that because our dogs and cats would get very, very close to the kerosene heater. And sometimes I wondered how they didn't like burn their nose off because they would sleep really close to it. But luckily, none of ours ever had that issue. Let's see here. This is a 16-inch strand. These are a larger faceted around in hematite. We had I think the 6 millimeter ones. These are about 8, close to 8 millimeters. Yeah, 8 millimeters. And it says filling the propane tank sometimes was over $400. Yeah, it's a lot at once. It's a lot at once. And for Lennis, who's looking at $1,000 to get hers, that's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. Donna says, a lot of people have propane heaters in their homes here after the blizzard of 1993. Marion says, my parents must have used propane when they first built their house, but weren't using it when I was around. And this is when propane was premium price around 5 years ago. Yeah, Dennis is talking about $1,000 to get her propane, which comes from Canada, apparently, which I've never heard of, but maybe that's, I don't know. Everything's different nowadays. Everything's different. Okay. Lennis says, that's before the tariffs. They made us pay already, but now we worry they will bill us again. Oh my goodness. Is that the only place available to you to get that? It just seems like a very, I don't know, difficult thing to go through. Let me see, how many of these do I have? I do have 2 of these. Of course, if you've already paid, if they don't make you pay again, that's better than trying to find somewhere else. These are carnelian drops. Beautiful carnelian vintage drops. Look at how pretty these are. UP6 down to $12 a strand. I've got 2 strands of these. UP6. And then this is my childhood home was heated by oil. It stank when they filled it up for a couple of hours. I think my grandparents had a big oil. They had some kind of huge tank in their basement. And I mean, as a kid, it was huge. I don't know how huge it really was. But as a kid, that tank looked gigantic. And it is, and I think it was oil. I don't think it was propane because they talk about oil, but a lot of people around here say that, and they kind of, it's the same thing, you know, they interchange the two. Let's see here. And this is our provider offered a discount if you paid during the summer, but was a minimum of $500. Yeah, I think my aunt often does that. She has 2 propane tanks, one for the apartment and one for the house. And I know she pays a lot. Here's the other one of these. Donna says they're juicy. Aren't they juicy? Beautiful vintage carnelian strands. These are drops. And just to measure, let's measure one of them here. Measure that one. About 11 millimeters by 14.5. Anne's here. Hello, hello. Says, hello, AG Bead fam. My current situation is I've eaten too many Cheetos. I hope you are all well. Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there. I do love a good Cheeto. I haven't had Cheetos in a long time, though. Yes, we're doing pretty well, I think, here. Right, everybody? Okay. UP7. This was 22. Take it down to 18. I need to look something up real quick. Come on. I'll make sure. Let's see. Okay. Oops. Go back. Not for this one. We had this one priced at 22 before, then 20, and I'm going to do it for 18 tonight for y'all. This really is. Oh, I don't know if I can actually do that for 18. I'm sorry. I can't. 20 was the lowest, and really that was probably too low. I hate to tease you, but I can't because this really should be more like a $30-some strand. Let's see here. Menace is having your tank filled with oil in your basement. So weird. Was that even safe? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I guess it was. The house is still there. This is smoky quartz. Look how beautiful that is. You can see why I can't take it. I can't take it down below $20. Not for that. That's too high quality and too nice. Vintage smoky quartz. This is approximately about a 15 to 16 inch strand. And that was about 10 millimeters by about 12. And these little shifted squares. They shift them like that. And this is great shape. I know, right? Tisk, teasing not fun, right? I know, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, y'all. Couldn't do it. Amanda says, our house is still there. In the 90s, we had the tank taken out as the city wanted everyone to have natural gas furnaces. That's nice. We have natural gas at our house. That's what we have. And it is nice not having to worry. It's expensive, but I don't think it's any more expensive than what y'all are going through. And we pay per month instead of all at once, which is, I always like to break things down per month when possible. So this is UP7. One of these available. Beautiful strand. Beautiful strand. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Mary says, quite understandable about the smoky quartz, right? UP7. And UP7 has sold. Thank you so much. Yay, one thing sold so far. Thank you, thank you. I'm starting to get worried. Nothing was going to sell. UP8. Let's see. Let me see how many of these we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see here. Come on. Untangling. rip it off. There we go. Sometimes you got to get a little bit. Let's get the scissors out. There we go. All right, so we've got 8 of these. These are really nice. These are a crystal. Amanda says, the thing about old furnaces were they never broke and were really reliable. Yeah, you know, that's the thing with a lot of older things. But also, another thing is, you know, back then too, I think people also learned how to take care of their stuff too and cleaned out the furnaces more and did the maintenance on them. Sometimes, I know we are not always the best at that. I try to be, but sometimes we are not the best at that anymore. Let's see here. All right, so these are crystal. Beautiful twisted coins, faceted twisted coins. And these are 14.2 millimeters. And this is a 14-inch strand. Check that really that way. Yeah, 14-inch strand. This cool blue color. UP8. UP8. 8 strands available. We've got a number of those. It's a crystal strand. UP9. Poor broken bag coming apart. What is UP8? UP8 was crystal. Crystal. UP9. These were 36. I'm going to do them for 32. There are 2 of them available. These are pink opal, large pink opal. 2 strands here. These are big. These are about 16 millimeters by 20.5 millimeters. Large, beautiful pink opal strands. It's delightful, especially if you love larger beads. $32 a strand, down from 36. Giant chunks of the pink opal, and these strands are 16-inch strands. 16-inch strands. 2 of them available, UP9. Ooh, those are heavy. Heavy, big beads. UP10. Okay, this one is $8. And there is 1 of these, everybody. 1 of these. This is a vintage check glass strand. vintage check glass in these beautiful blue and purple colors. This strand is about an 11-inch strand, and these are about let's see here, come on, get in there, about 7.5 millimeter, yeah, 7.5 millimeter faceted rounds, vintage check glass, UP10. $8. That's a good price. Good price for vintage check glass in that size of a stone. Anna says, I have those UP10. They are gorgeous. You must have the other one because we originally had 2 of these, I know. We originally have 2, the paper says, and we just have the one left. So you must have gotten that other strand. Clear up my, got a little bit of a mess going on over here. Clear up my mess. Okay. They are really nice in person. They're bright and colorful. These were 15, and we'll do them for 12. And let me see how many. Ooh, only 3 of these left. These are stunners. Stunners. Pyrite microfaceted. Pyrite microfaceted. Look at the quality of that pyrite. That's a golden, that's a fool's gold right there. Sometimes the pyrite is not that golden color. These are so nice. Beautiful. Microfaceted pyrite, 3 millimeters, UP11. UP11. Super nice quality. Beautiful color. 3 strands left. UP11, $12 each. We've sold 1 of those so far. Thank you so much. Michelle says UP11 would be great for weaving into a necklace. You better believe it. Oh, we sold another UP11. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do these for 14. I think that's a good price. More than fair price on these. Large blue moonstone, rainbow moonstone. Big chunky bits. And it's funny, I was just looking at them and they were all flashing at me, and now, of course, can I get them to flash? No. I swear they were. You gotta catch them in the right position and under the right light. A little bit. Well, they do flash. There's some of the flat. There it is. You gotta catch them right. These big chunks like this are usually always a little bit harder to see because they have to catch the light just right, especially when they're smooth and not faceted. But these are nice. Big chunks if you like moonstone. And this strand is a 16-inch strand. $14 only. And let me just measure one of these for you. It's coming in at about 18.5 by 22. Hmm. 18.5 by 22. 1 strand, large, chunky news. UP12. All right, UP13. These are carved wooden ram beads. There are 2 of them. Here's the other one. And these are about 38 by 26.5. $4 each. 2 of them available. Little ram wooden beads, super light. You could probably turn those into earrings. Have a pair of big earrings. They're light enough for it, for sure. UP13. UP14. 1 of these available. We'll do it inexpensive. $8 a strand. You just sold both of UP13. Thank you so much. These are a dyed leaf. Dyed leaf. Dyed leafy. Oh, you keep grabbing onto the thing. Stop it. Let go. Okay, here we go. Let me give you a size on these. This is 15 millimeters by 20. 15 by 20. Donna says, I have those dyed leaves. Aren't they nice? They're such a rich color. They're such a rich color. 1 strand available, 1 strand left. UP14, $8. Donna says, yes, they are. Yeah, they're such a pretty color. Like that fuchsia kind of color. UP15. Let's see. Oh, how many of these do you have? These are nice. Let's see. I have 2 of these. Let's make these. Let's see, what were they? They were 10. Let's make them 8. You'd say burgundy? I don't know. I wouldn't say burgundy, Marianne. They're still a little bit pink to be burgundy to me. In person, anyway. Susie says, a friend and I were just talking about that snowstorm today. Which one? Which one, Susie? UP15 are these. Check glass. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to make sure they were check glass. And I think we had a bigger strand like this the other day that we sold. And these are smaller little ovals. This is about an 8-inch strand. Check glass. And these are approximately 7 by 7 by 9. 7 by 9. I love that coating. So nice. Oh, the blizzard of 93. Oh, yeah, somebody was talking about that, huh, with the propane. Yeah, the blizzard of 93. That was, let's see, I would have been 12 or 13. I kind of remember that. I think it was the one big blizzard around this area. My dad was plowing then, I think, and he kept running out of places to move the snow because the plow could only push the snow up so high until you had like mounds and mounds. But the one thing, people kept calling my dad to do plowing because unlike some of their other people who they called to plow, he knew how to he planned ahead. So he would always push the snow in ways that would give him more room, hopefully, next time. I mean, there's only so much that you can do, but at least he was conscious of that effort, whereas other people kind of weren't, and then they'd get kind of stuck and not be able to do much. So I still remember that. I'd go plowing with him sometimes, and the snow was sometimes up to the windows in the truck, or above the windows in the truck. UP16 are these little check glass daggers. Donna says, yeah, I just moved from Denver back to Alabama, and we got 3 feet with drifts. We were without power for over a week. Wow. These are nice little, kind of almost like a smoky quartz, but they're glass dagger. And these are about 10 millimeters by, oh, if I can grab one, 10 by about 3. 10 by about 3. UP16. Let's do this $3 for the pair. These are S-word crystal hearts. S-word crystal hearts. $3 for the pair. Just one pair available. And they are approximately 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. S-word crystal hearts. One pair available, UP17. And UP17 just sold. Thank you so much. Pretty color on those, Marianne says. Yeah, it was. Ooh, here's a nice, ooh. All right, we had this at 20. I'm gonna bring it down to 18, but I can't go lower. Can't go lower. It's a beautiful vintage glass strand. Very large vintage glass strand. That's a 16-inch vintage glass strand. Now, these look like they would be large hole, but they're not. But they're these cylinders in this pink and blue. And you get the whole strand for $18, 9.5 millimeters by about 7.5 millimeters. Vintage glass. UP18. $18. One strand only. One strand only. All right, we had these at 20 as well. I'm going to bring them down to 18. Uh, 18 has just sold. Thank you so much. $19. This is a really good deal. This is Cherry Brand vintage Japanese glass rounds. I think this is a really good price for these, actually. This is a 14-inch strand. This black and white swirl. They're dusty. You're going to want to clean these off. The bead release is coming out. But these are a vintage Japanese glass. Get one, wipe one down here so you can see. They are really pretty, and that's Cherry Brand. If you know, that's a brand a lot of people know for vintage Japanese stuff. 12.3 millimeter rounds. UP19. It's amazing that label's still intact like it is. UP19, one strand available, black and white, vintage Japanese glass strand. Whoa! Trying to set it in there gently to preserve that label, because that's really cool. The person who gets that will probably want that label if it doesn't fall apart. UP20. All right, we had these at 44. I'm going to bring it down to 34. That's a whole $10 off. But more than 20% off. One time only. One strand only. Beautiful aquamarine nuggets. A little chunky. They look like jelly beans. And they are a beautiful color. You got some of the kind of greener aqua. You got some of the blue in there. Beautiful aquamarine nuggets. $34 for the strand. One strand available. Vintage strand about 13 millimeters by about 15. And this strand is 16-inch strand. 16-inch strand. Stunning aquamarine. Easter eggs, is Marion right? They are gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One strand only, UP20. The lowest we've ever had those before, I think, was 36. I'm bringing them down a little bit lower tonight for y'all. $34. Who doesn't love aquamarine? I love aquamarine. It's such a pretty stone, especially that's a really good quality stone too. It's a good example of it. I love the greener aquamarine myself, but the blue's pretty, but I like the greener. I love moss aqua when it gets really green. Let's do this for $6. We've got 2 of them available. It's a good price. It's a vintage check glass. Vintage check glass strand. And that strand is about 8 inches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beads for $6 only. And these are 7.7 millimeters by 20.5. And this reminds me of root beer. It's definitely that root beer color. It is definitely that root beer color. UP21, $6. Oh, these are cool. We had these at 16. Let's bring them down to 14. How many of these do I have in here? 1, 2, 3. 3. And these are plated, electroplated lava. An electroplated lava. Super light. So if you want metallic in your design, maybe earrings or a bracelet without the heaviness of real metal, these are lava beads that have been electroplated. And these drop beads are about 12.5 by, oops, about 16.5. Super light, super useful. Pretty color. It's still got the look of lava, which is really cool, but it's in gold. 3 of them available. UP22, only $14. All right, this is Mark 7. I think that's fair. That was the cost way back when. It's a Lamport glass pendant from Storms. It was $7 way back. And I'm doing it for $7 now. UP23. And this one is approximately 1.5 by 1 inch. 1 by 1.5 inches. Beautiful colors. Lamport glass pendant. 1 available, $7. UP23. How y'all doing out there? It's getting quiet. UP24. It's $10. This is a crystal strand, and it is an 8-inch strand. one available of these faceted, we'll call them faceted Heishis. Beautiful crystal strand. And this is mesmerized by the beads. Good. Good, good. And these are approximately 6.3 millimeters. One strand of these available, vintage crystal strand, UP24. Is closed up, UP25. These, let's do them $2 each. There's 3 of them available. These are Golem Studios ceramic beads. Golem ceramic beads. There are 3 of them available. They are $2 each, and they are approximately 15.2 millimeters by 13. Beautiful floral beads. The holes are kind of larger at about 3 millimeters. And the beads look like this. UP25, 3 of them available, only $2 each. These are $1 each. I have 4 of them available. UP26. UP23 sold. That was the Lamport glass pendant. Thank you so much. The email is just catching up a little bit. These are $1 each. These are these, oops, metal eye pendants. And these measure approximately about 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. And UP26. We've just sold all 3 of UP25. Those are the Golem Studio beads. Thank you so much. This is UP26, $1 each, 4 of them available. Those are nice pendants. I like those. Those could be fun for inexpensive necklaces. UP27. Ooh, okay, what can I do on these? Let me look real close at these before I price these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let me look at them under the light. Oh, those are nice. Okay, so these were, they were 26 each. I'm going to bring them down to 20 each. What did I say? 4, 1, 2, 4 of them. 4 of these available. UP27. These are garnets. Garnet faceted rondelles. And get my light down here. Beautiful deep red garnets. And they are approximately 6 millimeters. And they are, get them even up here, 16-inch strands. Let me show you the others as well. Beautiful, beautiful red, deep red garnets. It's got that really nice deep, deep red color. These aren't the purpley garnets. Definitely deep red, UP27. Really nice quality, $20 a strand. 4 strands available. UP28. Michelle says, so gorgeous. They are. Okay, these were 32. We'll bring them down to, what the heck? Let's bring them down to 25 a strand only. 25 a strand tonight. Doing a really good deal on these. We've sold one of the 27 so far. Thank you so much. Marion says, that color is what I think of when someone mentions garnets, right? The deep red. These are labradorite cubes. Beautiful, flashy labradorite cubes from $32 down to $25 a strand. Tonight only. Nice long strands too. Yeah, these are 16-inch strands. Labradorite cubes. Gorgeous quality labradorite. And these are, I think, 5 millimeter cubes. Look at how pretty those are. That's some good quality stones. And so those came in my last box. Very cool labradorite, right? The UP26s, the metal pendants, all sold. Thank you so much. Beautiful. $25 per strand. Only, oops, I didn't even put on there. 3 strands available. Only 3 strands left. You can get them at that price tonight only. They will go back up. They will go back up after that. And Amanda says those are amazing cubes. Donna says labradorite cubes are gorgeous. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right. UP28. Going. Tonight only on those. Or if you're watching the replay, one day of the replay we'll give you on those. But I'm going to be putting those. I'll be putting a lot of stones. I'm working on getting more and more pictures of stuff taken here and getting into the online store. I'm trying to work on not only am I working on getting all caught up on shipping, but I'm also working on making a system where I can get pictures of things for the online store and putting more in the online store more often. That's the goal, anyway. Let's see what I've got on this. One, 2, 3. We've got 3 of these available. 3 of these available. They're $6 each. We have these little sets. UP29. We have these little sets of rough rubies. So that's one of the sets. And then we have another set here. And another set here. And so that's what they look like. Some of the sets, depending on the stones, are a little bit bigger. Some are a little bit smaller. But you get one set for $6 only. These are real rubies, rough rubies from Andrew's collection. And they come already wire wrapped if you want to use them like that. It can be like little earrings and a little pendant, or a a connector. You can use them however you want. You can take them apart too. But UP29, we've got 3 of them available, $6 each. Michelle says, already ready for earrings and a pendant. Yep, just slap them on, done. And then charge quite a bit more. You could easily put that on some chain and charge $32 for a ruby pendant, rough ruby pendant, and put those on some ear wires and charge $16, $24 for a pair of ruby earrings. Easy money makers there. Who doesn't love rubies? UP30. Wow. Big glass strand. We had this at 20. I'm going to make it 18 tonight only. If somebody would like this, very nice glass strand. Should be a vintage glass. UP30, $18. These are fun. These would be 13.5 by approximately 18 millimeters. And that's a big strand. I'm guessing at least 16 inches. Yeah, that's about an 18-inch strand. About an 18-inch strand. It's about 17 to 18 inches. $18, UP30. Do a few more here tonight, and then we'll be done. UP, done for the week, everybody. Done for the week. I have this at 28. I'm going to bring it down to 22. This is a beautiful lampwork glass set. Let me show you each bead. UP31, $22, down from 28. Beautiful lampwork glass bead set. Bead set. UP32. Ooh, this is a very nice vintage glass strand. Put it at $10. You can see back when, this is the old tag, $12.50. I'll make it $10 for y'all, even though it should actually probably be worth more nowadays. That's 8 16-inch strand, 8 times 2, 16 inches, in black, in this very cool shape. I don't know what you call that shape. They're all a little different. They don't, because they're different, they don't really look molded. Something was done. They're all a little bit different. But the whole strand, each bead is approximately 9.2 millimeters, and they're going to vary in length. Some are a little bit longer than others. This one's about 11.6. This one is about 13. So UP32, one vintage glass strand available. Makes me think of Dutch licorice drops. I could see that definitely. UP33. Two, three. Okay, 3 of these available. Okay, UP33 are these vintage glass beads, kind of like a vintage glass, almost like a seed bead, but very irregular. And then this one has a little bit of even the brown on it. It's a little bit of a mixed strand. These are pretty cool. I like the irregularity of these. Only $5 a strand. These are long strands. If I can get this one untangled, I'll show you the last one here. Here's the last one. And these are 17-inch strands. 17-inch strands, vintage glass beads. $5 each only, 3 of them available. UP33. Yep, we sold UP31. Thank you so much. That was the Lampwork glass stand. Appreciate that. Oh, I ran out of papers. I'll be right back, everybody. One moment while we finish up. Okay. Sorry, I just need to cut some more paper. Just a few more left. We're going to go to 40 tonight. That was 33. Okay. UP34. This was 18. I'm going to make it 16 just for tonight. Lampwork glass. You can see this is an $18 strand way back. Lampwork glass rondelles. Beautiful color. They are approximately 13.8, 13.7 or 8, 13.4. So around 13.5 millimeters. UP34, $16 for the lot. Down from the 18, which was the old vintage, now vintage price. UP35. Let's see what I've got on these. These were 35. I will bring them down to 30. An even 30. So this little tag fell off. But there was the tag on them, 35. And there are these lampwork rondelles, or discs. At this point, they're almost thin enough for them to be discs, right? In the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them available. And they are approximately 15 millimeters. 15.5 millimeters. UP35. $30 for the lot. Let's see, this one was 24. Bring them down to 20. Bringing it down to 20 for you. Beautiful lampwork glass rondelles. And these are 15 millimeters approximately. 4 of them on the strand, $20 for the strand. UP37. $12. These. These are Wendy Bergman lampwork glass. $12 for the pair. Only one pair available. Beautiful beads. Look at that. See that glitter in there? That sparkle. So pretty. 11.3 millimeters by 17, 12 by about 17 and a half. Stunning beads, UP37. $12. These are cool. These are a carved bone, UP38, $14. Carved bone, you get the whole set for $14. These are approximately 27 and a half by 33 and a half by about 3 and a half. Carved bone, set of 3, $14. All right, UP38 has sold twice. Thank you so much. I only have one. Thank you. Thank you both for trying. It's always first come, first serve. Okay, 4 of these, 12 each. These, we have chrysanthemum stone written on these. I don't know what that is. I will be 100% honest. I've never really looked into that stone. But these are really pretty. They're super pretty. It looks like a type of jasper, chrysanthemum jasper maybe. Just have chrysanthemum written on it. And it's super pretty. I love the colors in this. Kind of grays and yellows. They're 8 millimeter rounds. UP39. 4 strands available. And these strands are 15-inch strands. 15-inch strands. $12 each only. 4 of them available. Oh yeah, let's see here. What do I got in here for last? Come on. How about a nice little check glass strand? Beautiful little check glass strand. UP40. And we'll do this one at Let's just do it at $6. $6. Beautiful vintage check glass in this cobalt blue color. This is an 8-inch strand, faceted drops. And that's 7 millimeters by about 10. Yeah, 7 by 10. Look at that color. Ooh, beautiful blue. Vintage check strand. $6 only. UP40. And the last lot of this evening. Chrysanthemum stone is mostly andalusite and is found in proximity to red jasper. Wow. That's a good deal then. That's a good deal. I like andalusite. No wonder I like that stone. Let me see. Let me flip this around here. Settings, camera, front camera. Let me say a quick goodbye to everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, let me see. Wind it up, wind it up. Hello, everybody again. So thank you all for hanging out with us. If you saw something you like, I hope you'll grab it. We are, this is Friday, so this is the last show of the week for us. We will be back on Monday with something. Andrew's working on some of his stuff over there. I don't know when it's going to be ready, but he's working hard on it. He's been working on stuff all day long. So stay tuned for some of that to come out. And that's really about it for me. That's it. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a great weekend. I know some weather is coming across the country for y'all, so we are, sending out the good vibes for you all out there because I know that's scary for you. So best wishes for a good weekend. Please check in with us in the Design Challenges group if you get the chance, just to let everyone know, because I know everyone here watching for the past few days is going to be worried about y'all out there who are in the line of some storms. So please do check in with the group and just to let us know you're okay. And we'll see you back here on Monday. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.